Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Jen and today's video is going to be on Kindle Unlimited book recommendations, and all of the recommendations are going to be series of 3 books or more, and these are probably some of my all-time favorite Kindle Unlimited series. So let's get to it. And disclaimer, I will say that I'm not going to give any summaries on any of these books because I suck at them. And I don't want you to listen to my summary of the book and be like, oh my god, that sounds so great, or oh my god, that sounds shitty and horrible, why would she recommend that? Because I'm not good with trying to describe something that I love, and I feel like the more that I love something, the more I ramble on and the shittier it sounds, so I'm just not going to. So I will recommend that if any of these books look interesting to you, or that sounds like something that you might want to read, if you want more information on these books, I would go to either goodreads.com, amazon.com, or if you have Kindle Unlimited, you could go there and then just type in either the author or the name of the book or the series. That way you can read the professional summary and see if you would like to go ahead and read it. So yes, the first book I'm going to talk about is called Heart of Malice. Heart of Malice is book 1, and it is book 1 in the Alice Worth series by Lisa Edmonds. And this series is probably my all-time favorite series in Kindle Unlimited. It is that freaking good. And it might even be in my top 5 of all-time just favorite series in general. It's, I would say, urban fantasy and paranormal. There is some romance. There's some profanity, but nothing crazy. It's totally believable, and I don't think it's gonna put anybody off. Alice isn't one of those characters that F-bombs every 5 seconds. So there's adventure and just action and violence, but it's not super dark violence. It's just I feel like your typical, I don't know, I would compare it to maybe I don't know, the Mercy Thompson series by Patricia Briggs, or maybe a little bit of some Jane Yellowrock by Faith Hunter. I would kind of put the Alice Worth series in there, kind of. But it is, I'm telling you, it is definitely worth the read. It is an ongoing series. There are currently 6 books available, and I believe she typically just releases 1 book a year. I would have to say, I'm not really sure when her next book is due to come out. She did release her 6th book just this past 2020, and it was one of her best ones yet. It was so good. So yeah, definitely check the Alice Worth series by Lisa Edmonds out. You won't regret it. It's fantastic. Let's see, the second series I want to talk about is called the Hall of Blood and Mercy series by K.M. Shea. And the first book in this series is called Magic Forged. There are 3 books in this series, and it is complete. This series I would label as, again, urban fantasy, paranormal, romance. There's gonna be a theme in this video. You'll see all of them are pretty much labeled that. So, yeah, this again, action, some violence, a little bit of profanity, but nothing crazy. There are some sex, but again, nothing crazy. I don't think there's any triggers in this series either. Very, very, very good series. And I will say that when I first started reading this series, I honestly had 0 expectations for it. It was just something that I found on Kindle Unlimited, read the summary, and was like, I'll give it a shot. And you know what? I freaking love it. And I loved it so much that not only did I read that series, I actually just started on the spin-off series that she has currently out called the Court of Midnight and Deception series. And again, it's a spin-off of the Hall of Blood and Mercy series. And currently there are 2 books out, with the 3rd one set to come out, I believe, January 15th. So not too far away. And I will say, I honestly don't know which one I like more, because this series, I laughed so hard that I started crying. I laughed until I cried. I looked like a freaking lunatic sitting in here laughing and crying at the same time. It was, it's so good. And I cannot wait until the 3rd book comes out. Like, you guys, I'm so stoked. I can't wait. So yeah, definitely check that out. K.M. Shea, Hall of Blood and Mercy, and Court of Midnight and Deception. Both of them are friggin' fantastic. So let's see, the 3rd series that I would like to talk about, and I honestly don't even know if I'm about to say this right or not, but I'm gonna try. So it's called the Aramian Feuds series, and that is by Frost K. There are 6 books out in the series, and it is complete. The first book in this series is called Rebel's Blade. This, I would say, is more along the lines of fantasy and romance, and there might be some triggers in this one. There is talk of rape. It does happen. It is not graphic, but it does happen, and it's sad, y'all. I cried. And then there's also like a part in the series where the main character has basically her will taken away from her, and she has some like messed up stuff happen to her. And so I will say that there's a little bit of triggerage there, but if you can get through that, this series has one of the best plots and world building that I've seen in a while, especially in Kindle Unlimited. I mean, it is an adventure. It's a fantastic series. And if you like the series so much, and like if you like some of the side characters, which those as well are really thought out, man, like you'll fall in love with not only the main characters, but like the side characters are just so well done, and they're so supportive that you'll just be rooting for everybody, man. It's so great. But anyway, if you like the series and you like some of the main characters, if you like the series and you like some of the side characters, she actually has a couple books that are based off of these side characters. So she does have that as an option if you fall in love with the world and the story so much. So yeah, definitely give that a shot if you can get through some of the trigger parts. Let's see, and then the last series I want to talk about is from the Beginner's Guide to Necromancy series by Haley Edwards. And I think the first book is called How to Live an Undead Life. Or no, I'm sorry, Jesus. How to Live an Undead Life. Y'all, I'm ratchet today. That's why I have my hood up, because my hair's ratchet. My mind's ratchet. I don't know. But anyway, it's How to Save an Undead Life is book 1 by Haley Edwards. And this series has 9 books in it. Although I will say that I think there's like 7 books for the series, and then she has like 2, I think she's calling them epilogues, or maybe there are 6 books in the series and there's like 3 epilogue stories. I don't know, but they're basically full-length books. It's just kind of like after the fact of all of the shit that went down, and then she's just like adding some on towards the end. But I absolutely love them, all of them. They're wonderful. And I have to say that this series has probably one of my favorite couples of all time in it, because the female main and the male main characters are so equally balanced in intelligence, in strength, in loyalty, and they really just build each other up and just hold each other to like the highest standards possible. And it is so wonderful to see the equal footing in the female and main character, because I will DNF a book like a freaking bomb if the main male character is so alpha that he just constantly second guesses and just overrides the female main. Like, I cannot stand it. I'll stop reading it and I'll burn it, set it on fire. Like, I can't stand a male lead like that. It just disgusts me, and it's not my thing. I mean, I can handle an alpha male, like, if he wants to be strong and protective, but he better take his woman's opinion into consideration, because if he does not, if he just tramples all over her, I'll toss his ass out with the book. You know, I can't stand it. I can't. But yeah, anyway, this book, How to Save an Undead Life, in the series of The Beginner's Guide to Necromancy by Haley Edwards. Y'all, read it. It is so good, and the storyline is so unique. I loved it. Just the take on everything is fantastic. Like how, you know, like the vampires are made, and just read it. It's great. The stuff that she came up with in her head for this series, like, I don't even know. But yeah, oh, I don't even think I told you what genre it is. My bad. It's fantasy, well, or I would say urban fantasy, with some paranormal, because of the vampires and whatnot. And then there's obviously romance, but it is not overdone. The romance is a little bit slow burn, but you will not be disappointed with her final choice. Like, it's great. Just hang in there. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you're still here, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, go ahead and give me a thumbs down. I get it, it's cool. If you would like to see more videos of me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And I think my next video is probably going to be about DNFs. Like, I guess I'll explain what DNF is for those who don't know, because some people might not know what DNF means. And then I'll explain what triggers me to DNF something, and I'll give some examples of some books that I DNF'd the shit out of, because there's a lot, and it gets me salty. So I don't know, it might be a fun video, or it might just be me ranting about, you know, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, anyway, thanks guys, and I'll catch you later. Bye.